What's up guys, Dave here from iOgrapher. Today we're going to take a look at the Yolobox and see how cool it is and how it would fit in our game plans as mobile streamers, mobile filmmakers, etc. I'm going to go through the whole thing today. I actually really like this thing, so let's check it out today on iOgrapher TV. All right, so this is the Yolobox, and you're trying to think, what the heck is this thing? It looks like an oversized iPhone. It's a little thick, but not very much. This guy right here will allow you to do multicam recording and streaming from anywhere. As long as you have a signal, you can stream. However, if you want to just record to disk, you can do that as well. So let's see how this whole thing works. First of all, let me just go through some of the stuff here. We've got two HDMI in ports, a USB in port, HDMI out. So if I want to go out to a monitor or some kind of a screen or something like that, projector, I can do that. Here is my Ethernet dock, so I can connect to an Ethernet and have super fast internet. There is audio in, so I can plug in different types of microphones. And this is USB-C to charge it. On the bottom here, I've got a 1/4 thread, so I can mount it. It actually comes with a little ball head mount as well. Over here is for your SIM card, so you can have it connected to a SIM card as well. Here is your audio out, so if I want to monitor what's coming into the whole thing and make sure everything's sounding good, which you know I'm a big proponent of. Here's my SD card. It only allows for 128 gigabytes right now, but that is plenty of room because you're recording at 1080p, so you should be able to get a very big, event if you wanted to. And then this is the button to turn it on and off. Little speakers over here. The bottom, it's got a nice soft little cover on it, and we'll turn this guy on. Now this is all driven by the Android system, and it works really well. I was really surprised when I started to play around with this. They sent me, the YOLO Live people sent me this to test out to see if we wanted to sell it. And at first I was a little hesitant. I had seen some videos, but then I thought, gosh, if we can start using this with our mobile devices that we really get into, I think this is going to be a monster. So as it's warming up, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to click on this create new live stream. I'm going to put in here just demo, and I'm going to go next, and we're going to see what do you think? What do you kill? What do you think? There we go. And then I can schedule the date and the time here. It's looking for my network connection as I haven't set this up yet, with Ethernet, I should say. And then I'm going to click go. And here's some of the other ones I have. When I'm done with them, I can highlight that and I can delete it. So that's gone. This is one I was doing earlier, and I could delete that. So now I'm going to go into the profile here, and it's showing me there's an app update. I'm not going to do that now and bore the heck out of us. Here are the things that I'm connected to. iOgrapher YouTube channel. I haven't connected to Facebook or Twitch yet. They say Twitter's coming soon. I'll show you some other options as well. Here's my network settings. Is it Ethernet, etc. I can set all that up. Here is my email address because it's going to email me stuff, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Any recorded videos I can access. I can do a factory reset. All that's here in your account. So now I'm going to click this once, and here we are into the interface, which is pretty slick. Let's go from right to left. So here in the right, I see that I have a video source switching mode, so I can change to different, how I want to do it. Is this a click or is it a double click? Depending on if you don't want where you just go, oh my God, accidentally did that, right? You want people to do a double click, you can do that. So let's go back from there. SD card switching settings. So pause when switching. So it'll pause your stream as maybe you're filling up the card and you want to pop in a new card. Maybe it's a big football game or something that's super long. You want to put in a new SD card, you can do that. And these are some options that you have. SD card management. Currently, I've got 59 gigs on this particular card. I think this is a 60 gig card I had laying around. HDMI program out. Do I want to turn this on and then plug it into HDMI out so that whatever I'm doing here is going to show it out there? So I can do that. Video source transitions. Do I want to do just a cut when I switch different angles? Do I want it to do a fade or a wipe? So all of these, you have transition ability. I'm going to leave it on the default cut, especially if we're doing anything like a church service or athletic event. I mean, you're not looking for real, fancy little wipes and things, I don't think. You can also do bar cropping if some of the devices may not be stretched out properly that you plug into, so you can do things like that. So let's jump out of the settings. The next one here is for comments. So now I can go in here and do comments, check out comments, I should say, from YouTube and Facebook. The newest 100 comments will be displayed, and you can do stuff like that. Next to it is a scoreboard, so I'm just going to click on that once, and it brings up the scoreboard. I can move it around if I want, wherever I want to bring it. So I have options for that. Here's Team 1, Team 2, and if I go into Team Info, I can change the names of the team. This says Colombia and Senegal, so whoever was setting this up originally liked the World Cup. So you can put whatever you want. And you can also put in the logos. So you can see how cool that is. If I click on that once, it tells me I need that size of a logo. And we'll get out of there. But you can put the logos in there for the teams that you're filming. You can also, let me go back out. I can also change I put the time on there. So now I've got a timer. And we can do the time control. I can say, is it starting now? Whatever, reset. I can do stuff like that. Let's get out of the time. And then period. Do I want it? Is it the first half? Is it the first quarter? Whatever, depending on what type of event you're filming, what type of sporting event. So that's cool to have on this. Next, we're going to go into monitoring audio and the audio section. So here, if I plug into the bottom here some headphones, I can monitor the sound that I have. Over here is audio coming from the actual devices. So do I have a line in? Is a USB audio source? Lots of options here. You can, of course, have the microphones connected to your cameras if you want, and that can bring in the audio. So you have some great opportunities there to get some great audio. Here we are in the platform. So right now I can go, I'm connected to YouTube, which I've been testing with it. It works great. I can go to Facebook, Twitch, and then here is something really cool. It's custom RTMP. So if I click on that once, it's going to give me this link. And what I can do with that, if I just click this once, it sent this to my email. So with this link, I can then put this into restream.io, which allows me to send it out to YouTube, Facebook groups, LinkedIn, a bunch of other places as well, Twitch and stuff. And then lastly, on the left here is graphic overlays. So if I want to do a little overlay like that, I can, a little lower thirds. I'll show you some pros and cons about this in a little bit. So let's start adding some devices, shall we? So first of all, I'm going to add device, and I'm going to plug in. I have this. Where is it here? This is a USB little Logitech camera I have here, a little webcam. So that can come inside of here as an option. I'm just going to plug it in there. And it's telling me that the USB may take more processing power, so maybe a little slower, but I haven't seen any problems with it. So there's my camera there. I've got it all set up. This is great. And then from there, let me show you what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to bring over my iPhone. And this can be done on any iOS device. I'm just going to open this up here, and let me just hide this as I do my secret code. And then I'm going to go into the Filmic Pro app, and there it is. And inside of Filmic Pro, I'm going to hit it once, and I'm going to go into Hardware, and it says clean HDMI out. And this has been a huge game changer for Filmic Pro and live streaming and stuff like that. Of course, it's always been an amazing camera app, but now I can connect this to HDMI out and bring in a signal that's awesome. I use this for my live streaming all the time, multiple angles because I have multiple iPhones. So that's all set up. I'm ready to go. I'm going to just leave this over here. Incidentally, you do need this is the Lightning to HDMI and Lightning adapter. So what's nice about this is I can plug this into a power source so that this doesn't die on us. So I'm going to put this one over here and just get a little angle over there. And then I'm going to bring in the HDMI cable, and we'll just flip it around here. And there you go. And it should, in a couple of seconds, bring us another angle. Let's take a look at it. Boom. There is our other angle of my Braveheart poster and some cabinets I have. My dad's old Ames chair. I love that chair. Okay, so now I have another camera up there, and it's another iPhone, and I have it connected. I'm just going to bring this in, HDMI. I've got Filmic Pro running, and we should see this in the next couple of seconds. There you go. Kind of an overhead shot, wide shot. There's this shot. I'm showing you all this over here. So now you can kind of see how you can set these things up in seconds and do a multi-stream recording. What's nice about this that I really like is that what if you have an old computer that just can't do all these things? What if you have, you'd have to buy a new computer. I mean, the MacBook Pro, you're talking $2,000-some $100. This unit's $899. There's updates all the time. And for what it does, I think it's absolutely amazing. I love this thing. So there we go. So we're all set up here, 3 angles. So now what about graphics and bringing in different logos and things like that? That's really simple to do. You take the SD card, you plug it into your computer, and you drag things on there, and then you bring them into here. This doesn't have its own hard drive or anything, so you need to rely on the SD card. So on the SD card, for example, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to click PDF, and I see I have this little PDF presentation that I did. I'm going to click Done, and now that's brought that into an angle here. I can click on that once and start to go through my PDF here and do my presentation. I think that's really, really cool too. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Add Video Source again. I'm going to click on the SD card, and inside here is a little video that I use. It's like a bumper when I do live streams and videos and stuff. In fact, you saw this when I did this video. And I'll click on that once, and there it is. That's my little video intro, so I can click on my video intro. It's going, everyone's liking it, and then I'm going to cut to me talking. Hey, I'm here, everybody, blah, blah, blah. Here's everybody out there. This is the football game or the church service or whatever. And by the way, let's come back to me, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe that's on the pastor, or it's watching the football game, whatever. Or I'm doing a demo at home, and now we're going to switch into my PDF and my keynote, and I can kind of go through everything with you guys and talk about that. And then when I'm done, I play this again, and we're done. So very simple, easy to learn, easy to use workflow. Yes, there are wires involved here, but it's a small price to pay. What's nice about being wired in is that your latency is going to be extremely non-existent. So you'll be able to see everyone, in sync with the audio because we're all wired together. It's not Wi-Fi, etc. So I like that. In the overlay section here, you can click on it and create different image overlays. So here is my logo. I'll click on that once, and there it is. It's a little big, so I'm going to make it tiny, and I'll just put it right there, for example, for now. And I will click Done. And then when I want it on, I click it on, it fades on. When I want it off, it goes off. And I can just, if I just leave it once, it'll stay on the whole time. So that's really nice. They've got some options here for lower thirds and image overlays. So you can set things up here, rolling captions, titles, things like that. I'll bring that to the bottom there. There we go. And now I can type whatever I want. Dave, and then I'm very simple today, Dave Demo. And there we go. I got this all set up. I can scale it, make it smaller, whatever I want. There we go. Don't see a way to change the colors, but maybe that's coming soon. I would probably honestly create my own graphics and bring them in on the SD card to use so that they would match my brand and stuff like that. But there you go. You can do stuff like that. Okay, so now if I want to record, I can do a couple things. I can go live, of course, like I showed you. We can connect all of our stuff. I can go to Facebook, whatever, YouTube, different Facebook groups. And then up on top here where it says REC for record, if I click that once, it'll say there's that much space left, 19 hours of footage. I'll start recording, and there we go. There's a little red button kind of flashing. You can barely see it. And I'll start switching around, and there I am. Hello, everybody. This is great, blah, blah, blah. Hello, this is my presentation, etc. And then I'm going to click it to stop. So now I can go back in here, and we'll cancel out of that again and scroll down, and I'll see recorded video. And there's my recorded video. I can select it, press done, and then we can get it booted out of there so that, take out the SD card, bring it into the computer to edit later, etc. So super cool device, you guys. I really think this is super nice. We'll bring back the PDF again. I took it out for a second. There it is. So I can do all these fun things. Here's side-by-side, multi-view. I didn't show you this yet. So for my first A source, I'm going to bring this in. And then for B source, I'm going to bring this in. And now, there we go. So now I can do my presentation. Actually, I can go in here and add a background image. So I would look for this. And this would be something I would bring in as an image overlay in, let me see if this one works. I could bring this in as, there we go, in the background. I could bring an image overlay that looks nice for the background stuff. Spacing, all kinds of fun stuff here. We're done. So that's, so I can do my presentation here. Okay, guys, welcome today. Today we're going to talk about XYZ. By the way, let's take a look at all of you out there. This is great. And then we're going to start talking about 7 ways to, 7 do-it-yourself videos your small business needs today. And here we go. All right, number 1, we're going to talk about blah, blah, blah. So I can do stuff like that. And in here, I can start moving this around. So second one, maybe at the end when I'm done, on the 5th one, I'm going to go to this and say, okay, remember what I talked about, these 5 things, do this, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's got a million things you could do. It's insane. I love this for such a little small device. What do you guys think about this? This is the Yolobox. So in the comments, leave me an idea of what you think about the Yolobox. I want to know your thoughts. Is this something cool? Is it dumb? Is it too quirky? What do you think? Tell me all about it in there. And one of you is going to win a $50 gift card to iOgrapher.com. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be alerted on future videos. I'm Dave Basulto. Thanks so much for watching. I'm out of here.